Hello everyone, welcome to my video. Today I'd like to talk about the true Dhamma or Nirvana for only people who have the most wisdom. If you are a real person who want to attain Nirvana's life, you have to listen to me early, because I have attained Nirvana for 19 years. I'm ready to help everyone on this earth to attain Nirvana's life as well. I'm ready. But are you ready? It's up to you. The topic to speak in this video. I forbid you to believe every story I convey, because I don't teach you anything. You know, why did it say that? Does it sound strange? Why did it say that? Does it sound strange? Topic to speak in this video. I say, I forbid you. No. Topic to speak in this video. I say, I forbid you to believe every story I convey, because I don't teach you anything. You know, the true Dhamma or Nirvana is not possible to teach it either, as I told you. The true Dhamma or Nirvana is not possible to teach it either, because there's nothing to teach. Can you understand me? True Dhamma or Nirvana is a pure remained, it's universal truth. It doesn't have the fictional language to say. And the most important is there's no language to say. This is the reason that I have to borrow the fictional language. This is the reason that I have to borrow the fictional language to create content and story to talk to you for understanding about the flavors idea or thought process. Because the idea is the heart of quenching of false suffering, as I told you. Until you can realize your thoughts, that means you have mindfulness and wisdom to end false suffering. The true Dhamma or Nirvana, we study only the subject of the mind. We did not study about the human existence. Why did it say that? Dhamma or Nirvana is not possible to teach it either, because there is nothing to teach. And the most important is there is no language to say, as I told you. This is the reason that I have to borrow the fictional language to create content and story to talk to you for understanding about the various idea or thought process. You know, the language we use in everyday life, whether spoken language or written language, both of these languages is just the fictional language. In reality, the meaning of the language, it doesn't really exist. Can you understand me? We believe in the meaning of the language because we were taught to believe in the meaning of the language. We use the language from birth to death until we believe it's true. Where can I find the meaning of the language? It's just a thought. It's in your thought, it's in my thought. Topic to speak in this video, I say, I forbid you to believe every story I convey, because I don't teach you anything. As I told you, I say, I don't teach you anything, because the meaning of the language, it doesn't really exist. Let's take a look. Wow! Let's take a look. Wow! Let's take a look. Wow. As I told you, I forbid you to believe every story I convey because I don't teach you anything. Why did you say that? Because the meaning of the language is doesn't really exist. This is the reason that I told you I forbid you to believe every story I convey. Because I don't teach you anything. You know, when you listen to me, you must try to understand every story I convey and consider along as I said over and over again until it goes deep into your heart. Then you will understand it, and finally you will have opportunity to attain a nice life. The topic to speak in this video, I say, I forbid you to believe every story I convey because I don't teach you anything. But you must try to understand every story I convey. You must try to understand every story I convey. That first, in order to not have to understand the story anymore, because the meaning of the language it doesn't exist. The story in this talk is very difficult to understand or hardly impossible to understand because you have never heard someone say like me before. The true Dhamma in Buddhism is suitable for only people who have the most wisdom and want to attain this life. The topic to speak in this video, I say, I forbid you to believe every story I convey because I don't teach you anything. You know, when you listen to me, you must try to understand every story I convey. When you understand it, don't believe me, don't deny, don't conclude, and don't teach another because I don't teach you anything. The story in this talk, I want you to understand about the favorite attitude or thought process. And I want you to understand about the meaning of the language. The language we use in everyday life, it doesn't mean really a language, but it's just a fictional language. Can you understand me? The language was created by humans on this earth for communication and understanding temporarily. We use the language from birth to death until we believe it's true. Where can I find the meaning of the language? The language, the meaning of the language is just a thought. It's in your thought, it's in my thought. I told you, I don't teach you anything, but I have to borrow the fictional language to create content and story to talk to you for understandings about the various ideas or thought processes. Can you understand me? And the most important is, the meaning of the language, it doesn't really exist. The meaning of the language, it doesn't really exist. We believe in the meaning of the language because we were taught to believe in the meaning of the fictional language. But the language, in reality, it's just a fictional language. It doesn't mean really a language. Can you understand me? This is the reason that I told you I forbid you to believe every story I convey because I don't teach you anything. Can you understand me? I have something to show you. Let's take a look. You know. The universal truth is everything on this earth is non-self. The universal truth is everything on this earth which is impermanent because it deteriorates all the time and cannot be controlled. And the most important is everything on this earth is non-self, you know. The thought processes are universal truth too. Everything on this earth is caused by the thought processes. We use the thought processes to live from birth to death. The word thought processes sometimes we call the cycle of thought, which has no origin and destination and never end. And you know, everyone in this world, whether you are religious or not religious, you must meet the universal truth, which cannot be avoided. that everything in this world is impermanent. It changes all the time, and most importantly, it's non-self. And everyone on this earth accepts the universal truth with wisdom that our true self don't really exist. When life problems or suffering happen, all I said, they are caused by the thought process. While you are realizing your thought, the life problems and suffering will fade away. The story in this talk, I want you to understand about the first idea or thought process. As I told you, I don't teach you anything, but I have to borrow the fictional language to create content and story to talk to you further about the first idea or thought process. Because the idea is a hard plenty of false suffering. Understand me? Topic to speak, I say, I forbid you to believe. I forbid you to believe every story I convey. I forbid you to believe every story I convey because I don't teach you anything. Why did I say that? Because I don't teach you anything. The reason is because the meaning of the fictional language, it doesn't really exist. The language we use in everyday life, it doesn't mean really a language, but it's just the fictional language. But in this talk, please believe temporarily. But in this talk, please believe temporarily that further understanding each other in this video. Can you understand me? Okay. Uh-oh. As I told you, the true Dhamma in Buddhism is not possible to teach each other because there's nothing to teach. And the most important is there's no language to say. There's no language to say. The language we use in everyday life, whether spoken language and written language, it's just the fictional language. It doesn't mean really a language. The meaning of the language, it doesn't really exist. The meaning of the language, it doesn't really exist. Can you understand me? I say, I forbid you to believe every story I convey because I don't teach you anything. I say this, that is outside. You may accuse me I'm crazy because the meaning of the language is doesn't really exist. I show you. Let's take a look. I show you the word a cat. The word a cat. The word a cat, it doesn't mean describe what you see now. What you see now, it doesn't mean a cat. The word a cat describes itself. The word a cat, it means a cat. It doesn't mean what you see now. What you see now, it has no meaning. It doesn't have the fictional language to say. I say this, that is something. Have you ever heard someone say like me before? Notice that, oh, the true Dhamma in Buddhism is like this. If you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety, you must try to understand every story I convey. I say, as soon as you see the word in the same way, a goat, the word a goat describes a goat. A goat describes itself. The word a goat, it doesn't mean bah, bah. What you see now, you see in the way you see. Bah, you hear in the way you hear. But you were taught to believe, bah, 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 it's mean. And meow, meow, it's mean. But in reality, what you see or hear now in everyday life, we call universal truth. Universal truth. You see in the way you see and you hear in the way you hear. The true Dhamma in Buddhism is suitable for only people who have the most wisdom. If you want to solve life problem, the best way is until you can realize your thought. The story in this talk I want you to understand about. The meaning of the language is doesn't really exist. The meaning of the language is just the fictional language. The meaning of the language is doesn't really exist. The meaning of the language it doesn't really exist. As I told you, when you listen to me, you must try to understand every story I convey and consider along as I said. When you understand me, don't believe, don't deny, don't conclude, and don't teach another. Because I don't teach you anything, every Dhamma teacher on this planet will teach you to believe every story they convey, and you will believe it. I'm different from the other. Can you understand me? The true Dhamma in Buddhism is not possible to teach each other because there's nothing to teach. And the most important is there's no language to say. This is the reason that I have to say. I don't teach you anything. This is the reason that I have to say. I don't teach you anything because the meaning of the language it doesn't really exist. If you want to solve life problem, if you want to overcome anger, overcome depression and anxiety, as I told you, until you can realize your thought, this is the best way. Until you can realize your thought. The following example can help you to understand about realization of the thought. For example, as soon as you see this word, which wrote that a cat, there will be an image like it. Can you understand me? When you read this word, you think according to the meaning of the fictional language. The meaning of the fictional language will lead to this image in your thought. This is the true Dhamma in Buddhism. Can you understand me? And as soon as you hear this verse with that a goat, the meaning of a goat will lead to what you see now. You see now. But in reality, the meaning of a goat, a cat, it doesn't mean anything. It's not mean anything. Because the meaning of a cat and a goat, it doesn't really exist. I said it. Does it sound weird? Aha! I said it. Does it sound strange? Because you have never heard someone say like me before. Sometimes you must believe temporarily. Sometimes you must believe temporarily that the language is real, that further understanding is other in this video. But sometimes the meaning of the language it doesn't really exist. Can you understand me? I said it doesn't sound strange. Not at all. I want you to understand about the first idea or thought process because the idea is a kind of principle of false suffering. And the following example can help you to understand. As soon as you see the sentence which wrote, I love you, You can't read it because you were taught to believe in the meaning of I love you. As soon as you see the sentence I love you, you think according to the meaning of I love you. You can't understand the meaning of I love you and you like it. You want to keep it for a long time. But in the same way, as soon as you see I hate you, you can't understand because you were taught to believe in the meaning of I hate you. You don't like it and you want to kick it out. Kick it out. You don't like I hate you. You want to You don't like the word. You don't like the meaning of I hate you. And you want to kick it out and you want to But the meaning of I love you, wow. Oh, you want to keep it for a long time. Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. Oh, forever, I love you. Start kidding. You know, as I told you, the conclusion in this talk is, I want you to understand about the meaning of the language is doesn't really exist. The language we use in everyday life is just a fictional language. It doesn't really exist. You know, the hardest thing for me is how to create content and story about the Nirvana in English, because I need the meaning in English to be as close to Thai language as much as possible. That first create content and story about the Nirvana in English to talk to you for understanding about the first idea or thought process. Sometimes you must believe temporarily. The language is real, but sometimes, in reality, the meaning of the language, whether spoken language and written language, is just a fictional language. It doesn't really exist. It depends on how we want to teach to believe. You were taught to believe a cat. A cat. It's me you were taught to believe. As I told you, it depends on how we want to teach to believe. Today we were taught to believe the word cat is mean. Maybe tomorrow the word cat is mean. The word cat is mean. The word cat is mean. Can you understand me? In reality, the word cat, the word a goat, the word a guitar, the word a guitar, the word a bottle of water, the word a cat, the word a guitar. It has no meaning as we understand it. It has no meaning as we understand it. It depends on how we want to teach to believe. But in reality, a goat, a guitar, a bottle of water, a cat, it's just the fictional language. It has no meaning as we understand it. And the most important, it doesn't really exist. If you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety, as I told you, until you can realize your thought, this is the best way to avoid suffering, not to more to study than this. Please bear in mind.